Hey guys, welcome back to Community Cares. I'm Dave. I'm the Executive Director here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
And I'm Chaplain Chaz Blackburn. I have the honor of being the president of Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. And we have a really special guest today from an organization that actually really touches my heart because my mom, who usually watches this show, she's made tremendous progress. But when she was struggling with addiction when I was really young, she ended up at Bristlecone. And I believe it saved her life.
That's awesome.
And so, yeah, it's a really amazing organization. But I'll go ahead and let you introduce yourself.
Yes, my name's Christine Woda. And as Chaz said, I am with Bristlecone Recovery Center. I'm the development manager there.
Awesome.
Yeah, and she's an awesome person. We really appreciate the partnership we've created with you guys. So we want to talk a little bit about that today.
Absolutely.
Exciting.
And the partnership is fun. We've already working out some bugs, which is so fun.
I'm the test dummy at this point.
Poor Christine. I'm sorry.
I want to hear more.
So Community Cares is a podcast where we talk about community issues. We talk about different events happening in the community. That's how we start it. And it's very conversational. So feel free to jump in and talk with us.
Sounds good.
It's not Dave speaks here and Christine speaks here. It's a conversation.
Okay. Sounds
so
good.
We always highlight 3 events. We have a few repeat events because we do want to highlight these certain things in the community. But we always talk about 3 events or more sometimes. There's a lot of things happening in Reno Sparks area.
Absolutely.
And we are everywhere. So if you type in Community Cares, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, but we're normally live on Facebook.
Okay.
So Facebook is normally where we're live. And if you're listening on somewhere else and you wanted to come and comment live when we're doing a live episode, you just go to Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet page on Facebook.
Yeah, getclosed.org. It's such a great...
Get closed out.
Get closed out. Getclosed.org.
I love it.
This is going to be a fun episode. All right. So, yeah, we're doing a lot of fun things in the community right now. Let's dive into some community events. The first one we want to highlight, and the reason we're highlighting it so many times is because it's going to be here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. The Silver Summit Baby Shower, April 24th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. We're going to be giving away lots of baby clothes and all sorts of different things. And Silver Summit, they're the ones sponsoring the event, and they're going to be giving away all sorts of different things here as well.
So how do you get to who gets to come?
So it's a baby shower. We encourage that it's moms and dads of babies, but it's open to the community.
Okay.
So we're going to have some community resources there that people can learn all sorts of different things about the different ways you can get help in the community.
Oh, that's awesome.
But
that's really
we're
cool.
also, and it's also going to be fun. We're going to be doing raffles and all sorts of free stuff. Completely free to come to the event. So please come. And if you're looking for resources or other things, and if you're a new mom or you need a little extra support, we'd be happy to help you out.
Awesome. Sorry, I know my ADHD. I got excited. I saw ice cream socials on our third event.
You're just focused on the ice cream.
Ice cream
Squirrel.
So the second event we've highlighted before, and we're going to highlight it again. It's the Reno Jazz Festival at the University of Nevada. And it's various prices. You can get a day pass. You can get 3-day pass, all sorts of things. Definitely a fun thing if you're a music lover, which I am. I love music, and jazz is great. And University of Nevada.
So you'll be there.
I plan to be there. Absolutely.
You know, all I can think about when I hear jazz now is ever since that Trolls movie came out, the jazz guy. Yeah.
Oh man, Trolls.
Yeah, you know the Trolls cartoon?
My kids are older, so I've missed a whole generation of movies.
No. There's this little troll that plays jazz, and he's called Jazz Chaz. So I always think of that. Yeah, you have to see it. You've never seen Trolls?
No, it sounds terrible.
I feel like that's something you and Nika would watch.
It sounds pretty bad.
It's so funny. Oh my gosh.
No, I'm a Disney fan. Disney is different, man, because it's quality.
Right. You love Jar Jar Binks from Star Wars. That's right.
Star Wars. My wife and I would go to Disneyland every year. It's one of our things.
So does Disneyland have a Star Wars section?
Yeah.
Because last time I was at Disney World, because I'm from the East Coast, they were about to open it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There's in Disneyland they put it, and so they haven't added a new land since Toontown. So
okay,
but we're big. My wife and I are we're big Disney fans, and we love going. And if you do it with friends, and if you do it right, it can be very affordable.
Well, it's
So-
the happiest place on earth.
It's the happiest place on earth.
Yes,
That's true.
that is true.
And so yeah, definitely a lot of fun things happening in the community. We encourage our viewers and listeners to go and be a part of things that are happening. To go and talk, meet someone new. Like just meet someone new. Why not?
Absolutely.
If you're at that event, chances are you have common interests with someone there because they liked that event too. So they had interest in going, right?
That's right.
So it's hard, especially for some of our introverted viewers, I bet, not wanting to meet someone new. But there's something powerful about talking with human beings and being in the same room, just like this, having conversation, and having like-minded interests.
Yeah.
Truly. Something very powerful.
Absolutely.
I know my friend Chaz here, he puts up with me, and we have some
Oh,
common
that's
interests.
not true. You put up with me too. It's all about connection. I mean, it really is. Whether it's our youth or adults or those struggling with addiction, you want to surround yourself with people that make you stronger and can help build you up. And so I'm not sure if you make me stronger or build me up. You usually are making fun of me, but you're
Only
one of
once
my
in a
good
while.
friends. So.
I consider you one of my best friends, brother. And seriously, there's a lot of good things happening. The third event is another Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet event that we're doing here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet for Senior Citizens Month.
That's right, for Older Americans Month in May. And we know our friend Andrea, who's the past and former chair of the Senior Advisory Committee for the City of Sparks. She's sitting out there right now. But she really, really fights for the seniors in Sparks. And so I was really excited that Dave was willing to do an event and excited to do one because we do support a lot of seniors. You know, we have a lot of seniors actually that come in who are trying to figure out if they're going to pay rent or prescriptions or food.
Absolutely.
And so,
They need, the needs are with seniors are just beyond.
Yeah. So we're going to be giving away ice cream at the end of your shopping trip. So if you're a senior, we're going to have a special shopping time just for seniors.
VIP.
You got to have your AARP card, buddy.
Hey,
I have one. I have one too.
And you know how I knew I could get one before that certain
Donald
age?
Abbott.
Yeah, so
he was
got
on
one.
he was on our show.
Yeah.
My husband got one, and so I wasn't going to use it, and I refused to carry it until I found out I could get discounts.
Yeah.
And then I
It's
was
worth
like,
it.
"Oh, I'll take this card."
Oh, done. I want the discounts.
I think even Outback Steakhouse. you
It
get
does. That's the
15%.
first one that I noticed.
Thanks, Donald Abbott, Councilman Abbott.
Yeah,
Appreciate
because
you,
Donald
brother.
Abbott has one. But definitely come down to the event. It's going to be a fun community event. It's for seniors. So our goal is to honor and our seniors in the community. And it's just for them. And it will be on May 9th from 3 to 5 p.m. So really good time to come down and be in community. And come on down. Be a part of it. Are you going to be there?
With your AARP
I'm hoping so.
card.
Will that get me in?
Yeah, well, you're president of Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet,
Okay.
so
Yeah, that
you're
will get
invited.
you in.
Well, there's
You
free
can
ice
go.
cream, right? I'll be there.
You
I
don't
love spending time with our seniors. I probably will be there, pending no emergencies. I can't see the third one there, so
Oh, that is
May
the third
9th.
one.
That's
May
right.
9th.
Most
That-
likely,
yeah.
yes. So.
May 9th.
May 9th.
Of course, I did have to bail on you for Women's International
I know you said on the
Day.
podcast
I
you're
know.
going to
I'm so sorry. I had
be there. Some of our
things
videos have
came up.
thousands of views, man.
I
And-
know. I'm
and
sorry.
people are like, what?
I'm sorry.
Everyone
brother.
was looking for you.
But I was really happy that it seemed like a great event.
Jose from Molina was like, "Where's Chaz?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "I don't know."
Yeah. some of my favorite people were there too. But like Commissioner Garcia and Commissioner Hill and Councilman Martinez, who said he wants to come on the show.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. It's great that we have all different kinds of community leaders on our show. And again, it's just about bringing people together. We're stronger united and, looking to solve problems in our community together.
It's like you say all the time, Chaz. I refuse to say it. You have to.
No,
say it.
you have to say it this time.
I won't do it. I
Come
won't do
on.
it. We're gonna talk
'Cause you
about
don't believe
Bristlecone
in
then.
it.
Oh my
What is it?
goodness.
Well,
No,
one
it's
of
because I
you
always
have
screw it
to
up.
tell
I always
us.
screwed up. So right here at the very front,
If you look
we
at
have-
the video.
it says,
Oh, I can't read
Sorry.
that.
"Be the change you wish to see in the world." See, I read it.
I always thought it said be the change you want to see in the world. So that's what I say. But you can say the wish because it does say wish. You're right.
How many times have you said that?
Every
This is-
single episode I said want to be in the world.
Oh my goodness, we're over 30 episodes, and oh man,
Still
Wow,
not getting it
crazy.
right.
Yeah, congratulations. I
Over
mean,
30.
that's over 6 months.
Yeah, our
exciting.
our 30th was a few weeks ago with Spark City attorney Wes Duncan. So
Yeah. You know, I had to laugh because I was thinking about this the other day. You sat me down. You were like, I have this great idea. And we were talking about the podcast. I was like, that's awesome. How often do you want to do it? Like once a month? Or he's like, every week.
I said every week.
I'm like, you want me to commit to come here every week?
And dude,
But
people
I've
are
been
watching.
honored. No, it's amazing. It's
People
been
are watching, and it's getting us.
and
out in the
I learned
community.
something new every single time about a new
Every
resource.
single week.
So,
We learn something new.
Yeah.
Now we're pretty familiar with Bristlecone, we'll still have you talk all about Bristlecone and what you guys are doing in the community. But right now, I want to specifically talk about the micro closet expansion project because
Yes.
you guys are the pilot program for this.
Yes, we are.
And we are working on some bugs and figuring out how the best ways to do it. But I want to talk to our listeners and viewers, and you can go back and forth. You can add things if you'd like.
Okay.
But the whole goal of the microcloset expansion project is to serve the larger community. That's the whole idea. And here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, we have awesome volunteers that sort every single week the clothing, so then we can get you guys clothing or get other people clothing throughout the community. Now, we have other announcements coming up that we'll definitely want to share with the community about different micro closets that we're doing. But definitely, we're very thankful for our partnership.
I just
with
want to say
Bristlecone.
thank you
Thank
for
you,
taking a
guys.
chance with us and taking the chance on this guy over here, Dave. Just kidding.
Well, I appreciate. I mean, I love the volunteers, the ability to be able to have clothes when we need them for our clients
Right.
is, I go into my own closet and I have the blessing of being able to pull out something to wear and to come into treatment and not have anything other than the clothes on your back.
Yeah.
There is a simple, it's a simple need that
Yeah,
we're filling by
absolutely.
being able to provide them with clothing.
But it just we have a new awareness campaign for hope and dignity, and there is so much dignity and hope in those small acts of kindness that
Absolutely.
may encourage them to continue moving forward.
Yes.
know?
I mean, you think about someone who needs to go on a job interview and doesn't feel that they're prepared because they don't have the right clothing for it. And to give them that boost of self-esteem and, like you said, dignity to be able to go into that interview and have, feel a different presence within themselves.
Sure. Yeah. No, we're all about providing hope and dignity to those in need and giving that to the community. And if it's clothing, awesome. If it's an encouraging word, awesome. If it's giving them some soap, awesome. There are all sorts of different ways people can do that. Now, we could do it with anything.
Right.
But our choice was clothing. And I mean, we even had conversations on our board about how we can reach out to different communities and grow even what we're doing. How can we give away more things? How can we continue to move forwards? Which is why we have that partnership with Molina Healthcare.
Yes.
Molina Healthcare, they provided a grant to us for a truck, and so we're using that truck for our microcloset expansion project and picking up clothes and all sorts of different things, dropping off clothes over to Bristlecone and other partners. So and it's all about how to get the people what they need specifically. And our wish list program, I really think, accomplishes that goal. And it was actually a conversation just with you and me
Yes.
that we came up with the wish list idea.
Yeah. And how do we do it?
Right. And thank you for helping with the spreadsheet and everything.
Of course.
It's you did a great job, and I was able to figure out how to turn on notifications, so that helps. So I get notifications
now
every
when
time.
everything something pops up.
Everything comes up, and so Google Sheets is fun. It's a fun
Yes,
thing.
and I love that we can all use it, and it's a live document, so we can change it. You can see our changes. We can see your changes.
I shouldn't shouldn't breathe coffee.
No.
No, not a good idea.
No. But yeah, no, the wish list program, that's a big part of it. We're all about getting people specifically what they need. So on our wish list program with Bristlecone, if you're interested, if your organization is interested in being a part of the microcloset expansion project, yes, we want to serve the needs of that community first, right? That's the first thing we're doing is how can we fill that closet with clothing that they need specifically first.
Right.
And then after that, because there's always going to be things that you're like, I don't know, do they actually have that or do they not have that, right? Is it there or isn't it? And so it removes that because now we have a wish list program where people can enter in the specific need for that client. And now we're able to set that thing aside. Now it's a wish list, meaning that we may not have it right away.
Right. We're going to try.
But honestly, our facility, we have a larger facility, and at any given time, we have over 350,000 pieces of clothing. That's minus socks and underwear here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. So there's a
probably
high
going to
chance.
have it.
There's a high chance
Yes,
we have
right,
something that we
right.
can make work.
Unless they get specific in there.
Very specific, yeah. That's harder, for
yes,
sure.
that gets harder.
I just was thinking about you putting like Jar Jar Binks hoodie in there.
Oh, my goodness. Jar
was
Jar on
you.
the wish list program.
Yes, that's very specific.
That's his favorite character. So
Yeah, not things like that. And we helped a client. Obviously, we can't use names or anything, but we helped a client over at Bristlecone recently with job interview clothing and stuff.
Yes,
Awesome.
And
yes.
that's what it's all about.
Yes.
Is we want to provide that to that individual, and because of help with the pilot program and everything else, which we're so thankful for, and Melina's sponsorship and other people coming around us with the microcloud expansion project, we're able to accomplish this. Like, this was just an idea that Chaz and me and board members, we were just throwing things at walls. We're like, what about this? What about this? Crazy things. We're like, we could do something big, but what is the crazy thing we can do big? Right. And this is where we kind of landed as a priority, is getting clothing to the people that need it most.
Yes. And with the micro closet, and I think at first it was difficult to try to figure out, okay, what are we going to do? How are we going to fill these needs quickly enough? But the whole idea is having the necessities already there in the micro closet, having on site, socks, underwear,
Sweats.
T-shirts, sweatpants, so that if someone's coming in and they don't have anything and they need a shower, they can change into something new. Yeah. They can change into new, fresh clothes that are clean and comfortable. And then that's when we get to the wish list, which is more specific to, I need a pair of jeans, I need, a sweatshirt, I don't have any shoes that, really fit me. So that's what I think the idea behind the micro closet is, that we fill an immediate need right away.
Yeah.
And then we go to what are the things that they're going to need to go feel that dignity and that hope that they need to feel.
Well, and again, thank you. It was you and me talking back and forth, like, well, what could we do? How could we actually make this work?
Right.
And I was like, my first idea was like, what about like a paper list?
And email it and fax. I think you used the word fax.
I think I used the word fax.
And I was like,
I don't even have a fax
this is
machine.
not going to work very well.
I was just spitballing, man. That's how I am. You can ask Chaz. I'm like, okay, problem, maybe some solutions. We'll see what we get.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm not approving the purchase of a fax machine.
Yes.
Or
you're going to have to buy us one too, because we don't have a fax machine. I don't.
We're going to start faxing.
But then we went to email, and it was. It would work, I think, but not as a long-term solution where you're going to be receiving emails from, our counselors and our peer support constantly. So,
and I like what you added on. You're like, who adds it to the list?
Right.
That was good. Thank you.
Yes, I added that because I wasn't sure. I knew who had added that, but I knew that was not going to be the case going forward. I wasn't going to know every time someone added something.
And the idea is with the microcloud expansion project for us, where it's not about a one size fits all.
Right.
Right.
It's different.
Every single microcloset's going to be a little bit different based on the organization's needs.
Yes.
Right. Because that's what we care about, is how can we fill that need for that organization to serve as many clients as possible. Right. And not only just serve them, but effectively serve them with things they need, right? Because it's one thing to be like, okay, we have an idea. All right, now we have clothes sitting on the shelf for 2 years, right? That's not helpful. What's helpful is specifically what that client needs and how we can get them what they need.
Yes, because that's what we were facing before in our closet. Was we had a men's and a woman's closet, and first of all, it would end up with bags of donated clothes that weren't sorted through, and so they were sitting on the floor. And I think a lot of those clothes were in there for a long time because they weren't fitting a specific need.
Sure.
And so, though that does work to to some capacity, now we're just, I think with the micro closet, we're getting very specific to the needs.
A partnership, I don't know if I can announce it yet, technically on this podcast, but we had a partnership. We just got it all finished out, but there will be announcements soon about it. But the partner said to me, he's like, Dave, the reality is why we want to do this with you, why we want to do the micro closet with you is, why are we worrying about clothes at our little closet? Why are we doing that?
When we all have our niche. We got to work together,
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just like
That's
a few
exactly
weeks
right.
ago.
Monica
said it.
That's right.
Yeah, Monica said it a few weeks ago. The niche, right? How can we all have that niche? How can we be a part of the community and serving the community effectively, right? It means a lot, right?
I think our clinical director, she loves to say, we're not in a silo. And I think that's really important to remember when we're in a community. We have a bunch of nonprofits.
Sure.
Yes.
Is that we cannot live in silos or we're not going to get anywhere.
Right.
We
too
all
many
have
of us do that, unfortunately, in the community.
And it's sad
Yeah.
because if I have something that is unique and you have something that's unique, why aren't we working together?
Yeah.
I don't want to do what Bristlecone's doing.
Right, exactly. And I don't want to be a clothes closet.
Right, exactly. And so let's do it together.
Yes. You've got to be able to and you need to know what your resources are.
Yep.
That's really important, especially as a nonprofit, is where can you send someone when they have a need, is knowing where to send someone.
And I want to just say this. Peter Ott, he's actually been a good friend to me when I was in a hard spot. He poured into me and really just helped encourage me. And then also was like, this is how this works. We're running a nonprofit. He was in a very similar spot where I was a few years ago. So it was awesome. Poured into me. He's going to be on the show soon. He's my friend. He'll come on. And
Peter's the executive director at Bristlecone. If you didn't know that.
Yes, apologies. So our close-knit relationship with Bristlecone is deeper than just, hey, we can do clothes and you guys can do
right. You've known them.
what you're doing.
You've known some people for a long time.
So definitely, we really appreciate the partnership. Now, in a 2-minute session, what does Bristlecone do?
2 minutes. Well, Bristlecone is located in downtown Reno. We are an addiction treatment center. Right now, we do residential and transitional living. So with them and outpatient. We just started a brand new outpatient program. So we do everything from someone who is safely able to be in our treatment center, has been medically cleared. They can come in for residential treatment and then move on to transitional living and outpatient treatment. So, and that includes not just drugs and alcohol, but here in the city of Reno, that includes gambling as well.
Oh, totally. I mean, it's a huge issue.
Oh, yeah. It's big. I mean, I think about the statistics. I think I was talking to Dave last time I was here about statistics and the mental health problems regarding not only drugs and alcohol, but gambling. When you go in and someone has a gambling problem and they've lost everything, their mortgage payment, their food money that they had for their families, the depression is not, I mean, it's terrible. Highest suicide rates are with gambling addiction than any other addiction. And so, and there aren't a ton of inpatient treatment centers for gambling addiction.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've been in this space for a really long time. I've been in Reno for 7 years, but I didn't even know we had an inpatient gambling treatment center.
Sure.
Until I got to Bristlecone.
That's great.
So
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And briefly, Peter could definitely speak to this too, and he's on the show. But briefly, do you want to share with our viewers and listeners about the big project you guys are doing?
Yes, I'm so excited. It's the reason that I was brought on, actually, is we are building out, we have a capital campaign right now that we have 3 phases to a project where we're going to be building first phase is a medical detox center. It's a 20-bed medical detox center. And if you are familiar with anything regarding treatment in Reno, it is needed
so badly.
Years ago. We need it. Yeah, I mean, I say, like, if 5 more popped up tomorrow, it would be a blessing because those 20 beds are going to fill fast.
Absolutely.
The second phase is going to be a women's trauma center. So we're going to have a trauma center for women that's going to be totally locked down, ran by women, completely separate from the other units, so that women can feel that they're safe there. They're anonymous. They're not going to need to feel like they need to go to other portions of the buildings when they're in there. So I'm excited about that. And then the third phase I'm actually most excited about because I love holding little babies, is we're going to be, and it's just, the need is beyond. So we're going to be,
this one's cool.
Yes,
this one's cool.
We're going to be building on we have a 4-story building right now. And on the 3rd floor, we're going to be converting that to a pregnant moms unit where moms can go get medically detoxed, come and live on the unit, have their baby wherever they were planning on having their baby, or we'll help set that up, and then come back and live on the unit with their newborn for up to a year.
Such a need. Oh.
So I mean, I'm 17 years clean, and I can tell you that I can't imagine doing that on my own. Having little babies and trying to stay sober.
Yeah.
It's like it would be almost impossible, I think, to have a newborn. And, you think about moms with postpartum depression and the hormones that are just going up and down. And so it will be a unit that will have, we can have newborns on.
Are you guys crazy?
Yes. I think Peter might be. Peter has some crazy ideas.
You guys are doing that much? Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
that's
once
great.
we hit those numbers and the money that we need to raise, we're going to be off and running. Starting with the detox center, which obviously we need that in front of our residential treatment because it allows someone to not have to go to a hospital and detox. And then I've worked in hospital, and I worked at St. Mary's for a long time, they have a psychiatric unit and it's a great facility, but they don't have residential treatment. So you kind of detox and then you go to the next thing and you hope they make it to a rehab.
That's crazy.
So
I think that's beautiful. I think that's beautiful.
So exciting.
Yes, I'm excited.
Pastor Shane from Grace Church was on our podcast a few weeks ago. Yes. And they helped you guys. That's actually how I met Peter. Was at Grace. And they were doing an announcement, and that's how I met Peter. And I was like, hey man, I work at a nonprofit, and any advice you can give me? He's like, all right, let's go have lunch. So, because we're in a bad spot right now, and I need some help.
I need help.
You tell me. Yes. Tell me whatever I'll do.
Grace is wonderful. They, I think it was before I got there, but it was the end of 2022. They donated a huge portion of money from their end of year giving to us for the detox center. That's so we're blessed. We're blessed by all of our community partners, all of the people that have funded this project so far. And, I'm excited to see what happens in the next year with all my grant writing and, bring it. My job is to, as Peter says, find the money to build it. And so that's what awesome. I got to do.
That's impactful. So
it's going to happen.
It's going to. I think when you have a heart for what you're doing and you know that what you are doing is needed, it's a lot easier.
Every guest we have on the show, we always ask 2 things. How can people help you? Mm-hmm. And 2,
what's your favorite animal and why? No,
we have never asked.
My favorite animal. I can tell you what my favorite animal. It's a red panda.
Okay, why?
I just think they're adorable.
So cute.
They're so cute. That's why.
All right. Well, so how can people support you? And how can people get involved? Right? Because there's always 3 ways to help. It's time, talent, and treasure. Right? Yeah. So, how can people make that happen?
So definitely, first of all, if you know someone who needs help, that is my biggest. That's always my prayer for people. If you need help, get help. If you know someone who you love that needs help, reach out to us. We're bristleconereno.com is our website, or you can just, Google Bristlecone Reno, and it'll come up. And, if we're on a wait list, we will help you. The person who answers the phone is great. She's got tons of resources. She will send you in the right direction. That's cool. So that's if you know someone that needs help, that's the first way you can help me is love them enough to get them the help that they need.
Beautiful.
And also if you are looking to donate, please donate.
Yeah, of course.
You can donate right on our website.
We have donors listening
yes,
all the time to our show.
I mean, definitely, or reach out to me. I'm listed on the website as well. So it's Christine at, my name is Christine again, but I'm right on the website too. So if you know someone that's interested in putting money towards that project, or even, I always say we have an Amazon wish list.
That's cool.
There's needs on there that we have, like, you don't think people need to shave, razors, toothpaste, those types of things.
Sure.
So
that's awesome. Wow. I want to thank you so much for coming down and talking about the microclimate expansion project. We're definitely filling in a lot of those holes now, and you guys are just doing so much amazing work there. I really want. If you have means, please support them. Time, talent, or treasure is always how you can get involved. And if you need help, reach out.
Yes, yes.
That matters. We have a very mixed demographic that watches our show or listen to our show. So definitely we're just all about people in the community and how can we work together.
Yes, yes.
So
I'm sure we'll be working together. Actually, Peter, almost a year ago, Ted talked to me because I'm on the command staff for the Great Basin Chaplain Corps.
Okay.
And we actually just launched our addiction and recovery team for chaplaincy. So we're excited to possibly work with you guys. Peter and I kind of talked about that possibility because it's so important to treat. And for those who don't know, chaplaincy meets people where they're at. It's not evangelical. It's about their spirituality. But it's really important to treat the mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual. And the whole
100%.
Overall well-being. So, if you have a calling for that or that's something you're interested, please reach out. But this is exciting. This is what we need in this community.
Yes.
And I'm excited to watch this and help over the next year however we can.
Yes, I'm excited to I'm excited to rework the clothing closet and and start really digging into the micro closet. And I'm just excited about meeting new people in the community and getting to know you guys. And, like we've talked about, we've got to work together.
Absolutely. And the thing that I've said several times on the show is sometimes it's not that I don't want to work with people, it's that I forget to. Honestly, and that's terrible.
Yes.
But it's the truth.
Yes.
And so, we got to wrap this up. We're out of time. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening and being a part of it.
Watch it.
Oh, look at that.
If you wanna,
that's so cool.
If you want to find out more about Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, please visit getclothes.org. And again, it's always time, talent, and treasure. We're so thankful for the donors we have, for you just donating that $20, $5, $100 a month. We have all sorts of different people that are alongside what we're doing because we're a privately funded organization. And we thank you for being a part of the solution. And we help 700 people a month, no matter what.
I don't remember the rest.
I say it every show. We help 700 people a month, no matter what. We're asking you to come alongside and help one. All right, thank you guys.
Take care.
Bye. Thank you.